Nearly 7 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease. And by 2050, experts say that number is expected to rise to 13 million. Now, one biology professor at the University of West Florida is now working to curb that projection. WEAR's Hannah James spoke with him this afternoon. Hannah?
Bob, I'm about to introduce you to that professor who was awarded just over $400,000 in federal grant money. He and his students are searching for the cure to Alzheimer's.
The total impact is 15 or 20 million people who are directly and indirectly impacted by Alzheimer's disease.
Dr. Rodney Gutman, professor with the University of West Florida and second-time recipient of the National Institute of Health R15 grant. He's talking about the impact of Alzheimer's, a disease currently without a cure.
Literally 10 or 15 years ago, I would say we'd be lucky if my kids' kids saw a cure. I think there is an outside chance I may see it, and almost certainly my kids will see a cure.
Dr. Gutman's confidence in this statement comes from the advancement in medicines, a better understanding in pathology, and early detection.
So if we can identify someone in their 40s and 50s based on these changes we might see in their blood, well, now you are a candidate for a clinical trial or to alter your own everyday living.
The problem so far, lack of objective diagnosis.
When you have diabetes, there's an objective measure in the blood. It's not up to interpretation, if you will. The challenge with Alzheimer's disease is I have to give you a memory test. Well, that memory test doesn't differentiate, are you having a bad day? Do you just generally have a poor memory to begin with? You have to have a long history and a better understanding of the person.
Now he's looking to the blood.
What happens with, specifically with Alzheimer's disease, the biomarker we're interested in your brain as we age, the neurons are dying. And as those neurons die, the proteins and the things inside the cell are released, and they get out of the brain and into our cerebrospinal fluid and then into our blood. And so what you're measuring is indirectly the changes in your brain from blood.
The hope to create an objective detection process.
With any luck, we will be able to contribute to that early diagnosis. And with that early diagnosis, it is predicted that the sooner you can detect and make changes, you can prolong life significantly.
Funding from the federal grant will allow students to work directly with cerebral spinal fluid and brain tissue to assess the presence or absence of these changes. Live in the studio, Hannah James, WEAR News.